it's Uncommon Fossil, and there were a couple of decks in the recent Liverpool regional that caught my eye that feature Arceus along with some dragon Pokemon, and these weren't the typical dragon Pokemon that you see. So taking a look at one of those today, and this one features Dragonite V, which we see some of, but it sees play in Lost Zone as an attacker. For the Dragon Gale attack, does 250 for 3 energy, water, water, lightning. And it also does 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. That's not ideal, but 250 makes it a very solid attacker. And it does have a Shred attack as well that can be useful in some matchups, particularly in this deck. Lost Zone doesn't need the Shred attacker because it's got single prizers. But for something that walls off Vs, then the Shred attack does 50 damage and it hits through effects on the opponent's active Pokemon. So that could be useful there. So 2 copies of that. I already had 1 copy because, like I said, it's been played and lost, so I had to craft a second copy. But this deck plays Dragonite Vstar, which is part of it makes it even more interesting because I don't know of any competitive decks that play Dragonite Vstar. So I had to craft it. I hadn't played it at all. It's always fun to play something new. So just 1 copy here. And Giga Impact for 4 energy, so it's 1 more than the other attack. Lightning, water, colorless does 250, so same damage amount. It can't attack again the next turn. That, of course, isn't ideal, but it's tankier now, right? It goes from 230 to 280 HP, and it doesn't damage your bench. And your bench Pokemon don't like taking damage, so there's a place for Dragonite Vstar in the matchups as well. So pleased to have that. It does have a Vstar power attack, but honestly, I'm using Arceus' Vstar power to set up most of the time. But the Dragonite Vstar, or Draconic Star, the Vstar power attack for 1 colorless. Look at the top 12 cards of your deck. Attach any number of water or lightning energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like, which of course is nice, accelerating energies. Looking at 12 cards, you should hit some, but of course it uses your attack for the turn, so that's really not great. You don't want to give up your attack generally in the course of a game. So that makes this deck interesting. I think the Dragonite V and V-Star plays a 3-4 Arceus V-Star line. We know what Arceus is, right? Tuning it over, 3 energy, does 200 damage. Look for up to 3 basic energy, sell them to your V Pokemon any way you like. So that we need that to power up basically any Dragon Pokemon because of the energy mix. So, right, in Starbirth ability, search your deck for any 2 cards once during the game. That's super. In the V, we can attack with that Trinity Charge. You can, for 2 energy or 1 double turbo, you accelerate 3 basic energies. You can do that your first turn going second. And Power Edge attacks for 130. So those are nice. It plays 1 copy of Spiritomb. This is the exact list that was played in the tournament. Basic Vs don't have abilities. That's what Fettered Misfortune does. So good against, obviously, Genesect V stops that. And obviously Lumineon V and a few other. So it has some value there. And then if it didn't play, you have to start it. You don't want it. You can attack with it to get out of play. It does 10 damage for 1 energy, and you put the Pokemon all cards attached back in your hand. So you might want to attack with something else, but it is an option to get out of play. And then a 2/2 Bibera line, Industrious Incisors, draw the F5, and 1 Squovit with Nest Dash. Shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of the deck, draw 1 card. Pairs obviously very nicely with Bibera. So those are the Pokemon there. The energies, a little mix of energies, which I am getting value. Well, for most of them, I will say anyway. 4 DTEs, you have to have that with Mew. 5 water, 3 lightning. You need more water than lightning for the attack, so it's a solid mix. 8 basic energies in total. You're getting enough of those. Jet energy, I do like that in the deck. It gives you some extra switching as well as providing a color's energy. And then 1 V-Guard. V-Guard's been probably the least useful of them. Your Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks of your opponent's V Pokemon. So obviously some matchups it's useful, but a lot of the time it's not serving a purpose other than being just a basic colorless energy. All right, getting into the trainers here. Box of Disaster. If the V Pokemon's card is attached to has full HP and is knocked out from damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. That helps knock things out that wouldn't knock us out otherwise. Now, once we're evolved in the V-Star, though, we're not getting one shot necessarily, right? So if you're getting two shot, then this Box of Disaster does nothing. You have to be one shot to get knocked out. It's more useful for the V than the V-Star, just because you're more likely to have your basic V one shot rather than the V-Star getting knocked out. And if you're attacking with Dragonite V, you are damaging your own Pokemon, which then takes Box of Disaster. It makes it useless. So I haven't gotten a ton of value out of the card, but it's there in deck. Hit the other tools while I'm at it. Choice Belt makes a lot of sense with Dragonite V. You do 30 or more of your opponent's active Pokemon V, so now you're hitting that magic 280 number to one-shot a Giratina V-Star, so important in the deck there. And then a TM Devolution for one energy. You devolve each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, put the highest stage in their hand. Might knock something out if it already has damage on it and it loses enough HP when it's devolved. But, it's the biggest threat probably is for decks with rare candy. All of a sudden, boom, they might not be able to evolve the next turn because they need rare candy to re-evolve, and that can be quite devastating to a number of decks. All right, what do we have for Pokemon setup here? We have 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball. Just makes sense. That's a very logical pair. The deck does play 4 Path to the Peak, shut down your opponent. You're kind of trying to counter. A lot of decks are 4 Path to the Peak. We'll get into this. Some of the supporters that you'd expect with a 4 Path deck are in the deck too. We do want to be able to use our V-Star power, so 1 copy of Lost Vacuum does give us access to bumping a stadium or a tool. Of course, the game 1 switch card and 1 escape rope, and of course the 1 jet energy for that additional switching. And, even in a normal game, you're going to want to, I find I do want to switch attackers over the course of the game often. It happens in a number of games, so some switching options is good here. All right, now I think that just leaves us supporters. So we have 3 Judge, because Path Judge is obviously common combo. 4 Iono, really good early, see a bunch of cards. Iono late, you put your opponent in a very small hand with Path, can be quite effective there. 3 Bosses Orders. You know how important that is. 1 Raihan, a card which I love a lot, right? If your Pokemon was knocked out last turn, accelerate it. Put 1 energy from the discard pile and attach to any one of your Pokemon. Search your deck for any 1 card. Very nice there. And then 1 Roseanne's backup. I honestly don't. I haven't used the card yet. I played the deck a decent amount, I will say. In this card, I don't see a lot of value. It gives you a lot of flexibility. I was excited when it came out, but honestly, I haven't really, never found it to be overly useful. You shuffle a Pokemon and or a tool and or a stadium and or an energy, and that could be even a special energy, which does give an additional, that is important there, from the discard pile into your deck. So you can put a bunch of things from the discard pile into your deck. But honestly, I'm not in the place where I have to get those things back, but it does give you some flexibility. So perhaps there's some value in that I just haven't gotten to yet. But anyway, I like the deck. It's a fun deck, and like I said, it's a chance to try out a new Pokemon I haven't played much with, and that's Dragonite V. And I've never played with the Dragonite Vstar before at all. So let's take a look and see what it can do on the ladder. All right, let's see what happens here. Hopefully, of course, we get a good game to show the deck off. Last game I made a huge, just mental error. I am feeling a little under the weather today, so hopefully my voice is good, but I'm also, my thinking's not 100%. This is the exact list from the tournament. I haven't modified it at all. There are some changes I think I would make to it, especially for playing on the ladder. Spiritomb, the Spiritomb, is that get enough value in general? Probably not. Roseanne's backup. The V-Guard energy. Those are some of the cards I played the deck a decent amount, I will say, over the last couple days. And those are the cards I haven't been getting a ton of value with. All right, I always want Arceus decks. I want to go first. It's basically that simple. There's probably some Arceus deck that breaks that rule, but almost always that's what you want to do. All right, that's not great. This is actually kind of bad. Is what I'll say. Because I have a DTE. I need an Arceus, though. I need a way to get Arceus onto the bench. And then life is good. Okay, so Path will be good. I need an Arceus, though. This is not good. Okay, I'm going to bench you. Attach here because I'm not going to get knocked out, I don't assume. And I want to be able to retreat, right? I can get down an Arceus next turn. Arceus V and the DTE, hopefully. Hopefully Arceus V and DTE accelerate 3 energies to some Dragonites. and hopefully get Path in play, right? That's kind of what needs to happen here. All right, so they got the Arven, so we'll see what they grab. Vengeful Punch. Okay. I mean, I'm not a Bombardier. All right, so colorless Pokemon. So unfortunately, I now lose the ability to retreat off that. Three basic Pokemon. So 3 Pokemon onto the bench. It does work on turn 1 going first. So, okay. So this hurts now that the energy's on the barrel. I mean, on the Bidoof on the bench, right? So now I need a switching card as well. All right, I'm going to drop down the Path. I'm going to need that to stick. The problem is with Iona giving a bigger hand. This is bad. This is bad. All right, so I'll get down Arceus. And I might as well bench a Skwovet. And what do I want to do for energy? I already played a Lightning, so I will attach a Water, right? Just keep the most energies options possible. I need to get a DT. I need an Arceus Vstar is what I need, right? Because Arceus Vstar gets me with the ability. I have Lost Vacuum here. So Avery, and I don't have anything to get rid of from my bench. We'll see what happens. If I hit Ultra Ball, I have a problem if I draw Ultra Ball because I can't use the Lost Vacuum then. Right? So that's not great. I'm in an awkward situation because I only have 3 cards here. So I draw a 4th card. Let's say it's Ultra Ball. If I did get rid of the Water and the Boss, I'd play the V-Star, but then I need to get rid of the Stadium with Lost Vacuum. I need another card in hand, which I don't have. So they're going to take the knockout, though. So, is what it is. Obviously, damaging myself's not great, but, I need to do something here. That's what I need. All right, so I think I want to keep the Path in play, honestly. I think I do because keeping them from setting up is kind of my only hope right here, I would say. So let me get down the V. Let's just take a look. All right, I have the V-Star as an option as well. Not that it particularly matters. And I will Trinity Charge. Only 2. I have a Lightning in hand, so oh yeah, because I've gotten a Lightning attached. Yeah, so this isn't great. I kind of need to get one of those Lightnings in the discard pile and then recover it with either Roseanne's backup or Raihanna back into play, right? If I do get knocked out, Avery's not terrible. All right, so they're evolving slowly. They're not rare candying, which also makes the TM devolution less useful. That's good. I just got to keep that in mind there. So they've attached manually, so they can attach manually next turn as well. So what happened? All right, so it goes away. So, So do I want to attack with Dragonite V this turn? I don't know if I do, but maybe I do. I'm going to play the rope, attach the energy, and then Iono. So Dragonite V. I could have set up the Bidoof too. But, and then I would have gotten a Lightning in the discard pile. So let's see what I hit here. Path. Okay. What do I want to do here? Do I want to evolve? I'm going to toss away this and this. And grab the V-Star. Yeah, because the Arceus V-Star, sorry, the Dragonite V-Star can't attack again next turn, right? So Do I bench Dragonite V? I will wait. Partly because he gets damaged in the process, right? So I will just do this. I'm damaging my bench. I don't love that at all. Oh, but Bidoof is immune though, so that's nice, right? You got to look at the text of that. Okay, so now I have access to Dragonite Vstar too. As long as it's on the bench, prevent all damage done by attacks, both yours and your opponents. Okay, so they're going to hit into me. They're going to come up short, I believe, which is good. I might want to evolve in the V-Star just because protect my Squovit, right? That's a bit awkward. Okay, so they're vengeful. All right. So let's see what happens. So they're going to hit into me. You know what? If I I think I hit into them, and then okay, trying to think this whole thing through. I'm not going to knock them out, but I have the potential to Crisis Punch Devolution will knock them out, right? And I have the energy on Bidoof, so I may send up the Bidoof and take a prize and get rid of him. He's annoying. Path is sticking around for a bit. I'm liking that. I discarded one path, but I have another path in hand. So that's nice that they missed the knockout. Not sure what I want to do here. So I think I'm going to want that path, right? Do I want that Dragonite V? I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, I think I want the V-Star. Or do I want to, you know what I want to do? I want the barrel. And I could attach this energy here. He does less damage, right? It doesn't do less damage to mine, though. That's unfortunate. I will draw, see what I hit. Okay, got a jet energy. That is good. I don't need jet energy. Well, actually, I could attack with Arceus, right? So let's see. Do I want to get someone else on the bench? Yeah, I think I do. So what do I want to hit? I can hit anything I want. Do I want to attack with Arceus this turn? I think I will. I think I'll slide in. I'm going to attack with you. You can knock me out, of course. Then I can finish you off the following turn, though. So 200. And I might put an energy onto Arceus. I don't have any. Okay, so I don't have any basics. Okay, so that's fine. The fact that the only energy recovery is Roseanne's backups, I don't necessarily love that. Okay, so they bumped the stadium, which means they're going to get the energy into play, which means path next turn's less useful. It does shut down Pidgeot EX going forward. Look, I'm assuming they're going to get Pidgeot EX into play and that other Charizard into play, and they'll get 3 energies into play with that. But maybe not, because what's Rhyme do? I switch here, huh? So what do I want to send up? I'll send up Squovit. I can retreat if I need to. He's gonna get, Dragonite V is just probably gonna wipe out my Squovit. It's looking like what might be happening here. Okay, well that's wow. Okay, well that's very nice for me. So I think I want to use my path here, right? I want to use my ability, and I want to. I think, do I want to? Do I have any basic energy in the discard pile? I do not. So that's unfortunate. Okay, so, all right, so go back. I need to recover some stuff, I think. So Roseanne And let me grab a Nest Ball. I want to get a healthy Dragonite V down, I guess. So Roseanne's back up this play. So I'll grab you. Stadium, yes. And I want energy. I only have special energy, but that's okay. There's worse things in the world than that, right? I actually can't attack with this Dragonite V, can I? Now that I think about it, this guy cannot attack. Except for the first attack, because I'm out of like, that's not quite true. I've got, so, I'm going to attach this here, because I just need 2 energies in total. I'm going to bump the Stadium. I have boss for next turn. They didn't get to evolve things, and that was a big plus for me as well. Okay, so get your HP up, and this is good. So taking the knockout. The deck gets reshuffled automatically, so that's fine. So I took out their EX. That's stage 2 EX. That's very nice. Got Path down. So they're in an awkward spot here. I'm not in the greatest spot, though, I will say. Okay, they bumped the Stadium. That's unfortunate. They probably get the pieces they have now. They need a rare candy in hand, and then they're going to get the Pidgeot and the Charizard. So they just need 1 rare candy in hand, and they can grab the other rare candy with the Pidgeot EX. So that's what they're doing here. They might even have 2 rare candies in hand. I don't know. Won't know even whether they did or not. Well, if they evolved into Charizard EX before they used the Pidgeot, then I know they had a second rare candy in hand. So we'll see what happens here. I assume I can path them, which is good. So I can stop the Pidgeot EX from working in the future. So it's not terrible. I have the boss. I think I'm going to lose, though. I think I'm going to lose. But we will see. See what happens here. Because now I can't one-shot the Pidgeot EX. I need to one-shot a 2-prizer, I think is what needs to happen. I'm going to 2-shot the Charizard. They're going to take a knockout this turn, and they're going to take a knockout. Oh, they didn't get the knockout? Oh, that's right, because he had full HP. Well, that's actually quite nice. That's quite nice. So I'm going to... So you know what? I don't think I want to Iono here. And I like the boss, so I want to attach an energy. That's what I want to do. Attach an energy. And I'm just going to hit into them. And the nice thing is it sets up. I knock him out next turn. Yeah, I'm going to lose this game, though. I'm going to lose this game. So I'm out of Arceus Vstars, right? No, I have Arceus. No, he's Arceus Vstar. Silly me. So I need to get that DTE next turn. Or DTE or Raihan. So they're gonna knock me out. I need the path to stick this time. This is my 3rd path, right? I think my 2nd path. So they're kind of just feeding their engine there, Rhyme, so getting another manually powering up the Charmander is fine too. So they're gonna take. They take the knockout. I cannot get knocked out this turn. If I do, I lose. Right? That's very simple. So I don't think I can afford to attack with that V-Star. Right? I don't think so. So I need to hit DTE this turn. Is what needs to happen. Right? So I'm gonna Iono. And then I can barrel for a couple cards. And I need DTE to attack, or I just lose the game. Okay, so I hate losing the boss, but I've got to have DTE. So I'll grab the V-Star, and I want to attach him to one of these guys, right? I'm going to attach him to this guy, Because right now, if this Dragonite V attacks, it actually knocks out my other Dragonite V, and then I would probably lose the game. And I missed here, and that's going to... Well, no. Oh. I got Devolution will work. It will work for me. So it buys me time. They still have 2 energy attached. Actually, no, he gets knocked out, doesn't he? So this is good. So they have 2 prizes, though. I'm not down to 1 prize, but that was a big hit, the Devolution. I think I would have still would have preferred to have taken the 2 prizes, but see what happens. They've lost the Pidgeot EX. What's their rare candy situation? They've used 2. So, and both those guys were rare candies, which was good for me. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I can't devolve again. I only play the 1 copy. They don't know that, but probably most decks do, right? Only play 1. So we will see what happens. All right, now I need to... I don't know what I need to do. I need to do something, though, right? I need to do something. So boss. Okay, so looking to stall me here, which is a solid play. They're gonna attack into me, do a little bit of damage, which is fine too. I have boss. I need to switch, right? A switching card basically will get me. So they're roping here. Okay, so what do I want to send up here? I could send him up. Do I want to? I'm going to send him up because that's probably what I want to do here. Because he can take a knockout. Hopefully. All right, so I got to thin out this hand is what I have to do here. I think I want a boss here anyway, right? I need to hit I have DTE in that deck, right? So let me get rid of this and this. I'll keep the path. But I don't really want to grab you, right? I don't have a V in play, so don't grab you. What do I have? I have a 3 DT, so I should hit DT. So my odds of hitting the DT are pretty good. So I want to use the boss here. And then this, yeah, I need to hit a DTE. There's 3 in there. I should hit 1. I hit all 3. So the game wanted to give, I mean, that was absurd. But, and they conceded there. So, you know, once he was taken out, that was going to get me the game. So, you know, it's an interesting little mix here with these different attackers. Hitting your benches doesn't feel ideal, obviously, with the Dragonite V, but, you know, the deck came through, and, you know, the tech of the Devolution definitely helped with that matchup. All right, hopefully things go better this game. Last game was a win, but I think the game locked up on my opponent. I'm not sure what happened exactly. All right, won the coin toss, so I will go first. Always still just loving those little stars that fly out of the coin toss at the start of the game. All right, so Spiritomb, I probably don't play Spiritomb in the deck. It's obviously very good against Mew. The last game, which my opponent, I think, locked up on, like, they did play Lumineon V, which he stops that as well. I think it's here for events where Mew, because look, Mew's a very good deck, right? Okay, but obviously Spiritomb's bad. Oh, this is not good at all. Okay, so actually, I think I want to get 2 Arceuses down. Yeah, I mean, this is not good. Let's keep things the way they are. Don't attach the tool because that might help them, right? They may have lost vacuum. Besides losing the tool, if it's a Giratina deck, I do want the tool. Excuse the yawn. But then I do want the Dragonite V, because he with the tool will one-shot the Giratina Vstar. So I have free retreat on the Spiritomb. If my Spiritomb gets knocked out, that's okay. I probably want to just keep it with the the bit high HP Pokemon after this, though. I think we'll see what they do. We'll see what they're playing. So playing Beach Court, which is obviously which we haven't, which was very popular early on. It's fallen off a lot. They got so a Sableye, right, and a Comfey. So say, but they need 10 in the Lost Zone for Sableye. They didn't put down a Cramorant, so it could mean they have Cramorant in hand. They might have put down a third Comfey. Sableye, they don't need that for a bit, right? But okay, they're going to fill up their bench anyway. Maybe they hit that off of the. All right, Charizard, who's a late. So okay, I mean the Radiant Charizard is good, but it's a late game Pokemon. He will one shot my Dragonite V, so keep that in mind. So they haven't used Beach Court yet, right? So no. So they have free retreat. Now they need to swing, so they might be able to. So they might knock out my Spiritomb. I need to make sure I do not evolve the Arceus that is in the active spot, because I can't attack with him. I can grab the DTE with my Vstar and use my V to accelerate some energies. That's what I'm going to do here. I could boss. I probably don't boss. I probably just path. I just use Iono most likely. Okay. So, I mean, that's fine. All right, I don't need to use my rope. I mean, Spiritomb's a waste, but anyway, I would, if they play another rope, I'll send a Spiritomb, because, I mean, Spiritomb's probably good for him to leave in play, because that's an easy knockout late game with Sableye. Okay, but I will set up the Spiritomb, get him out of the way. And we will see what happens. Well, I'm getting knocked out. Set up an Arceus, evolve the Arceus on the bench. Don't attach the choice belt. Don't know if it might just be Lost Zone box. So I'm not taking a prize this turn. Missing the energy turn 1 was unfortunate. But it is what it is, right? So do not evolve the Arceus in the active spot. And so play the Iono. And see what I get here. I need a DTE, and you want a Dragonite V as well, right? And I think I want to force them to hit through a lot of multi-prizers this game. That's what I think I want to do here. I have a V-Star and a V. Okay, my other V is prized, which is fine. So I want to grab here. Might want to grab 2 DTEs. For next turn, I think I want a DTE as well, don't I? No, I have an Iono, so let me just grab another. Just gonna grab another DTE. You'll see what they have. Yeah, I think I like that. And then where do I want to put the energy? That's kind of the big question here. I think I want to save the Dragonite V for later. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. What do I have? I have a lightning in hand. So, okay, so I'm going to do a water here. And I have 1 energy and a DTE. So that means I can power up the Arceus with the lightning. I can power up this Arceus with the DTE. I can access both V-Stars if I want. I have to think about that, right? So they may just spit into me again with Cramorant. Okay, no, they're going to get going. I'm going to. I mean, it makes sense, right? Just hitting with the Cramorant wouldn't have been great. They need to get things developed, right? They could have just chosen to hit into me. So Colress, they do a nice job digging through their deck. Lost Zone's a pretty efficient deck. They honestly, they haven't made great progress considering how that they went second, right? That's their second Colress, I think, right? So yeah, they're doing well. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wish I had hit an energy turn 1. If I had hit energy turn 1, I'd be even on prizes, which I would like that a lot, right? But I'm keeping it to multi-prizers. I might want to evolve to Dragonite Vstar. I don't think I want to start doing the 20 damage around. I don't think I do. So I might want to evolve the Dragonite Vstar this turn. Right now, I can evolve into both. And then it's going to be, am I tanky enough to win this game, right? Yeah, I think I do because right now the I don't want to let the Radiant Charizard one shot my Dragonite V for game, and they'll get to that point obviously. So that they need, I mean, Radiant Charizard with Choice Belt or Cramorant can TM Crisis Punch. Will do it. So right there I'm at 280, so they can one shot me with Crisis Punch as well, which they may have. So we'll see what happens. What's their loss zone situation? 9. Wow. Okay, they've done a nice job getting. They're almost at 10. So we will see what happens here. Did they use? Okay, so they didn't use Beach Court yet. I lost track there. So they're going to give me the poke, which is kind of what I thought would happen. So I'm going to Iono them probably, and I mean that means they're gonna get their Colorless Experiment back almost guaranteed, right? But so I'm going to discard you. I think I want to. I don't need you, right? So I need you in play, and let's see what I have. I have all my bosses there, which may become good. I don't know. So evolve. Yeah, attach, and Iono. I would like to evolve to the Vstar on the Dragonite Vstar. We'll see what I draw into. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, Path to the Peak could be good too, right? So, all right, I'm going to leave the Dragonite V in play at this point because I'd like to keep. Do I want to? I'm going to keep the Choice Belt. I'm not. In case they play Giratina Vstar, and I want to get 1, 2, 3. So I want to get here. Let's see. What's in my hand here? So I want to get down 1. I'll do this. Okay. I get the 4 on Dragonite V because the V-Star needs 4 energies, right? So I've caught up on prizes, but okay, so I mean they probably have Colress, right? And they just need 1 more in the lost zone. Yeah. So I since they played the Pal Pad, they were pretty much guaranteed. That means there were two Colress in there. So the odds that they're hitting Colress that turn off of my Iona were pretty good. So I may have kind of helped them a bit. All right, what did they get rid of? A Comfy and a Psychic Energy. Okay, I always just keep track of that. The energies. I saw a Psychic Pokemon. Not sure what the other card was that turn. Doesn't really matter. So they're out. They burned through a lot of switching, and that's okay. So, okay. See what happens. I mean, they're not going to take a prize. I'm going to go ahead and prizes. All right. So are they putting it all on the V-Star? I guess they are. Okay. No, they put 1 on my other V-Star. Okay, so obviously Devolution is useless in this matchup. I'm going to get rid of this guy in case I need that Ultra Ball later in the game. Don't think I do. Let's see. Okay. Evolve you, and I will attach here. And I think I'll wait on the path. I'll wait on the path, yeah. Probably just want to use path when it shuts down, that last end of game spot where they're ready to attack with Radiant Charizard, and then if the path sticks, they can't attack with Radiant Charizard, right? That's that battle there. So okay, I haven't used the Jet Energy yet. Is that in deck? I haven't discarded it. It might be prized. I'm not certain. So I should pay attention to that because that's a good switching card for sure. So they need to get an attacker into play, right? They can take 2 prizes easily, but then they're like 3-shot me after that, right? So I'm okay. So Raihan is nice for them. So they can attach to Radiant Charizard. So that's 3. So they might honestly pass the peak, so they may have that guy fully powered up without path the peak might become useless here, but we'll see. I could have bumped the stadium because Beach Court does help them too, right? It lets them get a free pivot, which they like. But so they're gonna put Sableye down, finish off the active, I assume, and start working on the next Arceus, I'm guessing. Yeah. I haven't played the Box of Disaster yet, but that with being attacked by Sableye, it probably doesn't matter. We'll see. They'll probably put. I don't know if they'll put damage on Dragonite V or not. I'm guessing they'll take out the active. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. If they want access to counter catcher, they don't want to not take prizes though, right? And they have that option. They could kind of spread damage. Okay, they're continuing to dig, so they're digging like crazy here now, right? Because and they have to use a switching card this time, which is fine. I will send up my other Arceus V if they play a rope. I think they have 1 rope left. They used a lot of switching. Okay. No, 3. Yes, three switch cards, 2 rope. Any in the discard pile? A rope. So that's 3 ropes, 3 switch cards. Was that their last switch card? Yeah. So they may have a rope left. Okay. So see what they gust up. The Dragonite V, and I'll attach the DTE to him. Okay. I mean, all right. It's interesting. So I think I now need to attack with him, right? I think I just attack here. If they leave me in the active, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attach the DTE here, so I have a free pivot. And then I'm going to take the knockout. So right, because they might attack with Sableye, right? That's my thought, right? They have Sableye, and so now at this point the path. Okay, had I known I was going to draw path, I would have played path because now path starts to become valuable. They want to get enough damage onto this Vstar so they can take him out with the Radiant Charizard, I would think, right? So they're going to Clara back the Radiant Charizard. They need 2 energies on it now to attack, so path becomes critical for this for me to be able to win. Clara's a nice card, one of those cards rotating that we're going to miss and lose and miss. So they need to get a couple energies into play. All right, so they must have Mirage Gate, right? They need to have Mirage Gate. They're not attacking, and they really can't afford to miss an attack, I would say, for them to be able to win, right? We're coming. It's a close race here, right? It's a close race. We're within a turn of each other of closing this game out, right? They're keeping it to strictly single. Are they? Okay, 1, 2. They still need another energy. Okay. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well that's brutal. So that's beyond horrible. But actually, they conceded. Okay, so because they were going to take 4 prizes that turn, right? Okay. I mean, that's an interesting one. Were they going to win that game? I'm not certain, right? I wasn't loving my spot. Right? It was the devolution, wasn't it? Anyway, so got the win there. I gotta have to look back at the video to see how that game ended, but why they conceded. You can let me know in the comments if it appeared that that was the right move. It seemed like playing on was what they should have done, because that was seemed like I wasn't prepared for that, and there was not much I could do about it. But anyway, so anyway, the deck is good. Dragonite V is good. It's an interesting combo. Doing the 20 damage to yourself with the V's attack is risky. Obviously, getting 250 does give you 280 with the choice belt. So it's a, look, I'm glad I gave this deck a try for sure. Let me know your thoughts about it. I think the deck can be improved, especially for general ladder play. Spiritomb, I think that's not necessarily the vast majority of the time. I don't think Roseanne backup necessary. I think honestly a Rod would be better. I can live without special energy. I think I would like a Rod. Drop Roseanne's backup for a Rod. Box of Disaster, especially because Dragonite V damaged yourself. I'm not getting much use out of the Box of Disaster. I imagine there's certain matchups that hits the numbers, but a solid deck for sure. I do think with a little tinkering, it can certainly be improved for the ladder. Give it a try. Have some fun. Play some Pokemon. Take care.